Okay guys, we are going to work on practice sheet number 12. So we're going to go on and work on number 1 because it's been a while, so I want to make sure we can do this. So I'm going to go on and draw my line, and just as a reminder, this is an inequality, not an equation. So we want to do that easy step first. So it's minus 6. So to get rid of minus 6, we do plus 6, and we do plus 6 to both sides. Okay, and remember, when I do plus 6, that makes this go away. Okay, so on the left side, and I don't know where that came from, let's just get rid of that. We're going to have n over negative 3, and then 7 plus 6 is 13. So we'll just get rid of that little marking there. I'll have that fixed if you're online before you do this video. Okay, so I'm not done because my n is not by itself. I have divide by 3. To get rid of divide by 3, I have divide by negative 3. So to get rid of divide by negative 3, I do multiply. And when I multiply, I have to multiply exactly by what I see here, which is negative 3. Okay. So the first thing I want to do, guys, is remember, when you multiply or divide by a negative, you need to flip this symbol. Okay? Flip the symbol if you're multiplying or dividing through by a negative. If you're adding or subtracting a negative, or if this side starts as a negative, that doesn't matter. If you multiply or divide by a negative, that's when you divide by 3. I'm sorry, that's when you flip your symbol. Okay, I can't speak today. So if you multiply or divide by a negative, you flip the symbol, which is what I did. Now, I have positive times a negative. So I get a negative 13 times 3, 39. So I have, make sure I can see this, guys. If you don't, make it larger. Okay, n is less than negative 39. Okay, so I'm going to make my number line now. And again, make sure I can read this, guys. If you don't think I can read this, rewrite it. Okay, so remember, I'm going to do my number line now. And the number that needs to go on my number line is negative 39. Then we do 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And remember, this is where we mess up a lot. Okay, so look at my little baby number line here. Just to remind yourself, if this is a 0, 1, right? This would be negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Notice it gets more negative as it moves to the left. Okay, so this would be negative 40, negative 41, negative 42, right? This way is negative 33, negative 37. It's actually getting closer to 0. Okay, it's actually getting bigger. I know it looks like it's getting smaller, but it's getting bigger because it's getting closer to 0. It's moving more to the right. So the next part, because remember, there's so many little places we can make mistakes on our inequalities, is this is a less than sign. So remember, that means that we do open. We don't color it in because it cannot equal negative 39. So while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and cross that out. It cannot equal negative 39 because you'd have to see the equal sign. And it's showing me that I'm shading to the left. And most of you know I usually shade my arrows just to show you that it's more, it's not just negative 41, it's negative 42, negative 43, negative 50, negative 100. Okay? So when I look here, negative 41, that's in the shaded area. Negative 50, that'd be back here. That's in the shaded area, right? Negative 100, negative 1,000, 40. There are no positive answers for our solution set, okay? Okay, so now we are going to move on. Remember, guys, number 3, that's division. I'm not going to divide it. I need you to. I will just remind you, though, remember that your remainder goes on top, okay? Number 4, I'm not going to do that one. That is a triangle problem, right? I am going to talk about number 5. It says 4% change to a simplified fraction. We've been going over this and over this on our practice sheets. So remember, percent compares to 100. So it means 4 over 100. So if you get that far, guys, at least you could have credit, right? So now I'm going to simplify. Now officially, I know that this divides by 2. So, because they're both even, but they also divide by 4. Okay? So your job is to finish that one up for me. Okay? Okay, number 6 has changed to a decimal. So we're not going to do that. And number 7 we are going to talk about. The perimeter of a rectangle is 50 inches. The length of the rectangle is 19. What is the width? Okay, so we have a rectangle. And most of you know I like to move to models. It helps me. When I add all the sides, I'm going to get a total of 50. Okay? So I'm actually going to show you this in the form of an equation. Okay? I know my end point is 50 because that's what the perimeter is. How do I get perimeter? Well, I add all the sides. So I know that the length of the rectangle is 19, and yes, I know there's other ways to think about this. Trust me, I know that. I do not know the width. Okay? So what I know is 19 plus W plus 19 plus W is going to give me 50. So W and W, that gives me 2W. 19 plus 19, I know what it is, but if you don't, 9 plus 9, 18, carry the 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Okay, now when you go to solve this, you will have your answer. And whatever you get for W, you can plug it back in here and re-add the sides, and you should get 50 if you did it correctly. Okay? So I'm going to stop. I'm going to let you finish this up because I think you can, and then we're going to look at number 8.